Yo. Bet y'all thought I was gonna spit around.
Yeah.
No.
Spit your 16, alright?
I'm gonna just spit some I don't know. But we are back for another round of Brews and Views. As always, Art, Cliff, and Just, and the interns in the background. It's been interesting past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Lots been going on.
Yes, it has.
A lot of government shit, a lot of foreign shit, a lot of stuff.
2020 is wild.
2020 is the wildest year. I cannot, well, if I'm around, I cannot wait to look back in the history books and see 2020. Hopefully 2021 dies down a little bit and goes back a little to normal, but I think we got a new norm going on here.
It all started with that damn chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
Don't blame the chicken sandwich, man.
Before we get into our topic,
Don't do that.
That's when it started. When people went crazy for that chicken sandwich, 2020 went,
look,
wow.
Before we start, can we address that? Now, I had the chicken sandwich. It's pretty good.
Me too.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But in no way, shape, or form was I going to wait in a car
For 2 hours.
for 2 hours in the street. Like, you couldn't even get into the driveway of the parking lot of Popeyes.
Right.
They're waiting in the street for a chicken sandwich?
And that Popeyes line don't move like Chick-fil-A line.
It does not.
Not at all.
Shout out Chick-fil-A, who knows how to run a drive-through.
So you do.
Yes. But there's no chicken sandwich. There's no chicken worth. And I've had some good chicken.
Yeah.
Even Chick-fil-A, not waiting an hour and a half for. But that was retarded. Oh, I can't say retarded. Cancel culture. My bad.
It's all right.
It's not the worst thing I've said.
No, not at all.
Pretty mild.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is Brews and Views, where we drink brews and we give our views on different topics. So right now, I'm drinking it's a Clown Shoes Brewery Space Cake Double IPA. Clown Shoes Brewery's in Boston, Massachusetts. This Space Cake Double IPA, it's got a hint of it's like a grapefruit type of flavor. The only way I can consume grapefruit is in beer.
Oh,
Grapefruit
okay.
is disgusting to me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge grapefruit person.
But in this IPA, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
It's in can form. I'm not a big can beer guy, but this is the only way they had it. And if that's what you have, I'll drink it. And they got a cool little label and stuff on there. It looks like superhero. Yeah.
Is that what made you pick it up?
That's what it had. A black dude in a cape.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, so therefore I had to get it.
Maybe after you drink it, you will.
Man, well, yeah, I'm not gonna fly anywhere. If that's what you're saying.
Do we know that?
Well, we don't.
He said, do we know that?
Yeah. Well, that's what I got. It's pretty good, but as y'all know, I'm an IPA guy, so I like it. What's going on there, Justin?
In the Washington football team, I will not say the other name.
That says Redskins on it. You're canceled.
That's what I see.
But that is the Sam Adams cherry wheat.
Oh, yeah.
That I was telling you last week.
That's it, yeah.
I wouldn't want some more.
Yes. You like it?
Yeah, I do.
You went back?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And this is Seagram 7 and Pepsi.
Oh, yes. I do like Seagram's.
Not a
Yeah.
bad
7.
drink.
Yeah.
I like Seagram 7. I don't like Seagram's Gin anymore. I was young and dumb when I drank that bullshit.
We went through this last time.
Yeah, but
Those Seagram's gin days.
yeah. But that's a good drink right there.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cliff?
Drinking a Boddington's Pub Ale. It's imported from Britain. It's pretty good. It's full flavor. But there's no carbonation in it. It's a little awkward. But other than that, it tastes great.
The Brits are a little awkward.
Yeah.
So, that's just my personal opinion. But, they do make good ale.
Yeah, it does taste good.
Yeah. And that's all that matters.
Yeah. Shout out to the Brits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I said they was awkward. But they do make good beer.
They do. All right. So first up, we're a little late on this. We should have probably been talking about this weeks ago, but we're going to discuss the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith Red Table Talk. And my town. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. So they had a Red Table Talk.
No.
Huh?
We're good. We're good. Keep going.
Okay. All right. So, as everybody should know, because it was all over the place, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett had a problem in their weird marriage. What was it?
I don't know if it's a weird marriage.
Oh, it's weird next to a lot of other marriages.
Well, yeah.
I would say.
But it's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. They do some weird shit in Hollywood. But I personally, this is my personal opinion, God gives us celebrities to see how not to act.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now there's few people out there because the road is narrow to that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's also some other shit going on in Hollywood, and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are a shining example of that. Yeah. Now we've all heard the rumors. Everybody's heard the rumors about their open marriage or partnership or whatever the hell they call it. They were married in like 1996 or 97, so
Long time.
yeah, legally married. But we've all heard the rumors that they've had a open relationship. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I've heard it, but
yeah,
you know, you never know.
We never knew.
Yeah.
We never knew until now. But to be fair to them, this thing that they had going on with this dude August Alsina, which is, I mean, a black dude named August is kind of weird to me, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I've seen him, you know, pictures of him in interviews. He's,
But
you know,
yeah, he had some.
yeah, he's a little different. But
That's right in.
yeah, but apparently Jaden Smith, the son, introduced August to the family, and August had some battles. He has his own demons with
Mental health.
and also
He had some other.
what you call it, the pills, the not Perc. I don't want to say Percocets,
But
but
some
yeah,
other-
yes,
Just we'll leave it at other.
yes. He has some demons with drugs.
Yeah.
And the family befriended him because they liked what they saw in him, and you know, of course, as anybody would do, a friend of your son, you're gonna want to help.
Exactly.
And so they brought him into the family, and they tried to help him.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, Will and Jada's marriage was on the rocks.
Yeah, they separated.
They separated, and during the separation, as Jada Pinkett calls it,
And entanglement.
she got into an entanglement with this August Alsina, which, this is my personal opinion. This is on, you know, the internet. She called it entanglement because she didn't want to fully own up to what she had did in that part of it.
That's a good point.
Because if you call it an affair, because first of all right, so this is another. I really don't care about that whole family dynamic.
No.
I care about the marriage part of it. So when you're separated, what is accepted? What is it? You know, what happens? What does that mean?
Well, it's my understanding that when you're separated, the next step is divorce.
Yes. Well, that's one of the next steps, or it could be
Reconciliation.
reconciliation. So during the separation, if you're separated, is what she had an affair?
Yes, because you're
still married. So that answers that question.
But I got a whole nother take on it. We'll hit that after we finish the.
Yeah, I got another question too.
But yeah, and you know, if the goal was take some time so y'all could get back together, then she is completely in the wrong.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure for most people, that's what separation is. Let's take some time apart. Let's reevaluate. But how do you reevaluate with another partner?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cliff just made things worse. But go ahead, Cliff. Say what you got.
No, he's fixing his face.
I'm thinking, man.
So do you got that face like?
I don't feel like it's against the rules. You're separated. And if you were that concerned about y'all not messing with anybody else, then why the hell did you separate?
That's a valid point.
That's a valid point.
That's a valid point. I think if you're trying to work on shit, you can't work on shit with outside interference in that regards.
Right. It complicates the matter.
Maybe that was part of the help he was getting.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to touch on.
Well, was that help what drove the separation to begin with?
Well, I don't know for sure, but apparently no.
Okay.
They had some other issues,
Yes,
and they never disclosed what other issues.
Other issues is having an open fucking marriage to begin with.
Well, you're probably right, but they never disclosed what the other issues were.
Well, I never saw this look on Will's face before this.
Well, that's what I wanted to get
He was
to.
hurt.
So I'm watching this, and it's turning my stomach. But Will Smith's eyes look like they did in Pursuit of Happiness.
He been crying.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen Pursuit of Happiness.
A lot of crying.
But he did a lot of crying in that movie.
Yeah.
I did a lot of crying watching that motherfucking movie. And that's what he looked like.
Yeah.
And I think she was doing most of the talking in it.
Uh-huh.
And he was conceding a lot. I don't think he was being totally honest of everything.
Maybe
He
not.
did call her out when she said entanglement.
Yeah.
He said,
Hold on.
You were in a relationship. And she finally gave in to that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to bring up is she brought up the fact that August Alsina was not a home wrecker. And she is correct on that, because the only people that can wreck your home is your people in your home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If your marriage is strong, your family is strong, it doesn't matter what outside influences are going on. It's not going to be wrecked. So and in my opinion, there's no such thing as a home wrecker. There's people who try to be home wreckers, but there's no such thing as a home wrecker. Except for within the family.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I watch a lot of TV. And I watch a lot of cringeworthy stuff, whether it be shows or, whatever.
Yeah.
That shit right there, it was hard to watch.
Yeah. When we said we was going to talk about this today, I watched it just to, because I hadn't seen it before. I seen all the memes with the entanglement and all that. But just when we said we was going to talk about it, I watched it. And I was like, man, that brother looked hurt.
He looked hurt. He looked like he was going through some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to his credit, he still, looked like
He was trying to keep it together.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd have been, I'd have
flipped the table.
Flip the table. First of all, I'd have been at the table with just a full beard that's not lined up and none of that shit. My my shit have been fucked up.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
I mean, well, he was an actor, so I mean, he put on a good face.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Or were the tears acted?
Oh no.
I don't think so.
No.
Because those tears look real.
They did look real, but he is an actor.
He is an actor.
That's true.
But I saw one clip of her talking. It was her mother. Willow was at the table, and Will, and she was like, she was making a statement that I guess they brought up the fact that we might be married, but we're in this together. And now we might be in this one side of the house. I might be with somebody. You might be on the other side of the house with somebody. But we're in this marriage together, which was, I get it, but it's a little.
I don't know. Open marriage is weird.
That's not for anybody else to judge. They got their own rules.
Well,
no, you're right.
But what happens in a marriage is that business.
Yeah. Normally, what's between you and your wife stays between you and your wife. Right. That's what I mean. And weird. Whatever you want to do, how you run your house, that's on you.
I'm just saying, there's adding other things into it like that is it could hurt.
Yeah.
It could.
we might have to extend this segment for a minute because I got another take on it that kind of bothers me.
But they were separated.
So, all right. So I got into a discussion with somebody at work about being separated, and then somebody having a baby called a break baby.
Yeah.
So a break baby. Break baby.
Wayne Wade had one of those.
Yes, and that's why we brought up the conversation.
It's a break baby.
Is that okay?
Okay, I shouldn't do this, but let me flip it. How is it wrong?
So if you want to go out and dabble just to see where your head is at, fine. But first of all, babies out of, it's a big problem with babies out of wedlock. We can go down that road.
That's a whole other conversation.
But you're having a baby while still married is, I feel, is wrong.
Technically, if you're going through a divorce, you're still married, but you could, but
if y'all said there's a difference between, we're going to separate for a while and saying, all right, we're getting a divorce. Because divorce, you go through separation, but it's already, we're getting a divorce.
It's legally you have to go through the separation to do it. Versus me and the wife saying, look, we're going to take some time apart. And
that's the bigger issue, because we don't know that conversation that she had with Will. If they were like, this is over, we're it, and let's get the divorce, then I can kind of see your point where, I'm going to say it ain't really wrong on that end. I got another point I want to touch on. That's why I said we're going to have to extend this.
Keep going.
But in that situation, it ain't wrong. But if they had said, let's just take some time apart to work on our relationship, and then she did that, then yeah, she's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what we don't know in the conversation.
It's a whole lot we don't know. And so what you said earlier, when you talked about Will, and he's an actor, so is she.
That's true too.
She is. That's the thing. You gotta watch these motherfuckers.
So I don't know what to believe,
because they play different people for a living.
Yeah.
Very well. He plays very well. She did.
Back in the 90s, she did.
Yeah. But
we didn't care about that.
Well, but one thing I wanted the fact that in the Red Table Talk, she alluded to how the press was saying that, which was August Alsina who actually went out and said, yes, I talked to Will, and Will gave me permission. And basically what he was saying is, Will said, gave him his blessing. If that's what you want to do, then go for it.
Right.
And then Jada says, well, she made that very clear that she wanted to clear that shit up before the shit got even rolling.
Yeah.
Is that where the only person that can give her permission is her.
Yeah.
Which I get, because it's your body. But in a marriage, I think you need some permission to do these sort of things.
Well,
he got permission to shoot a shot.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
I don't think he got permission to say, hey,
we were saying,
if you want to
try,
knock yourself out. Now, how true that is, again, there's a lot of we don't know behind the scenes.
Yeah, we don't know. And also, man, I'm all for, I don't care about age difference. Like if it's a woman, older woman, younger dude, if mentality is really all that matters.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Older guy, younger woman, I don't care. But what does matter is if your son brings somebody into, you do not.
Go ahead, finish your point.
You do not mess with your son's friend.
Well, this is the point I was getting into. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but it's kind of where I wanted to go. If somebody comes to you, if your child brings you their friend and says, look, he needs help. He got mental health issues. He has some other issues. Some other things. Right. As the adult, you're the one that's supposed to know better.
Yes, you are supposed to know better.
Now, yeah, granted, he's an adult too, but you're the older adult. You're and almost in a custodial form and almost a parenting form. you shouldn't cross that line.
You shouldn't cross that line. And actually, in that situation, to where,
And
that could be that situation. That could be therapy.
Right.
If your therapist is helping you out, of course there's going to be some
feelings.
Your guard that's down. You cannot cross that shit.
Right.
And
that's what I mean.
Out of all the stuff, that was the wrongest.
That's what I felt.
What Will and Jada how they classify their marriage, open, whatever. That's
between them. Yes.
Helping somebody who's in need and you crossing that sexual boundary, that's wrong.
To me, that's selfish.
It's selfish, wrong, all that shit.
Because his help got superseded by your need at that moment.
Yes.
You're not helping. You wanted something else.
Because her marriage was lacking.
Right.
And this guy who's obviously going to be looking up to her.
Right.
Who she's helping out.
Yeah.
That's
the point I wanted to come to, because that's wrong.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
You're supposed to be helping him get his life back together.
That's actually hurting his life.
Yeah, because now you put him in the middle of this.
Yes, and he had even said that, basically in so many words, that it crushed him for her not to be able to give herself fully to him.
Right.
Yes. Because she should have never gave an inch to him.
Yes. Yes.
Don't fuck your son's friends. That's a porno I watched the other night.
It's not supposed to happen in real life.
It's not supposed to happen. Just on Pornhub.
That means there's interest.
But those are actors.
Well, so they are.
Yeah, it is. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, though, Cliff. Yeah, they are actors.
Well, I mean, it's a dicey situation, but basically, I feel that you need to really define your relationship, and if it's not defined, well, you just got to be wary of outside, and that's outside, whether it's your friend's son you're trying to help, whether it's your parents, whether it's your fucking children.
Yeah.
The relationship between a man and a woman, marriage, you have to beat down everything, and children included, because they will drive a wedge.
Yeah, they will.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Friends, your mom talking in your ear, your sister talking in your ear, your coworker. Cut that bullshit out.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the general thing of what we're trying to talk about.
Yeah.
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 Assuming this is all real.
And true.
You can't believe it. Highly weird, man. You can't.
They might be trolling us all.
They might be. Might have just been helping August sales, because then he released a song called...
I still haven't bought it, because I wouldn't know August Alsina song if I heard one. I don't know who it is.
The only reason I heard it is because I have a Rick Ross station on my Pandora, and it played because he is featuring Rick Ross.
I saw his hair, and for that reason, I will not listen to his music. Look, I like my black people to look a certain way. And he's not looking like it.
He's a light skin though.
No, it's not. I don't care about light skin. Look.
He's saying
light comes in all shades.
He's saying light skins act different. That's why he says light skin.
Yeah.
Well, this is true. But there's no excuse. Reasons and excuses are different. There's a reason for everything, but there's no excuse. That's true. There's no excuse.
Yeah, true.
And I saw this man's hair, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
That's a slippery slope.
I'm not. I'm not endorsing it.
No.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this was was a good little conversation.
Yes,
but,
it was.
We'll be back in a second with another little topic. So we are back with another segment. I am still drinking my Clown Shoes Space Cake Double IPA. Anybody,
A lot of words.
Yeah, a lot of words.
It is.
Y'all change your beers? No?
Nah, I still got the cherry wheat
Cherry wheat?
and the Washington football team cup.
I did. Drinking a Hardywood Richmond Lager.
Oh, Hardywood.
In Richmond.
Yes.
Yes.
Hardywood is actually, I guess, one of the better breweries in Virginia. Actually, I don't know. It all depends on taste. But I like Hardywood because once Christmas time comes or holiday seasons, I'm going to be drinking the same shit for weeks, and that's going to be
Gingerbread stout.
Gingerbread stout. So I just want to let y'all know that. I'm not going to change until that shit is gone.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep drinking it.
I feel you.
But yeah. So the other day, Cliff asked me a question. I thought it was a very good question. Cliff, what was that question that you asked me?
At what point does sports become essential?
Like we in school, I raised my hand.
So, Justin.
Sports became essential when they became billion-dollar businesses.
Billion-dollar businesses is the answer.
Yeah, that's when they became.
It's billion-dollar businesses for the owners.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, sports is essential if you're employing everybody that comes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
The ticket takers, the concession workers, and actually the concession workers in a lot of stadiums work basketball and hockey.
Yeah.
That's a big income.
Mm-hmm.
They work both.
Yeah.
So it's only essential if you're employing everybody. If you're giving money to the billionaires, well, obviously they don't need the money.
No.
No, because first of all, do billionaires buy shit on credit?
Sometimes.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they should.
That's probably all they use.
Well,
That's all
because
they got to.
think about it. They get the best credit lines.
They do.
They probably get so much shit given to them.
That's true.
But if you got $1 billion, why are you?
So you don't have to spend your billion.
I guess. Well, yeah. And so to keep up that shit, they need their TV contract money. Is what's
Exactly.
going on, because nobody else is making any money.
No.
Only people that's making the money is people who work for the team. And actually, it might be essential for the bench players,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of them are living check to check, which because they're fucking dumb. Because I'm sorry, just because you make it to the NBA doesn't mean you should buy $1 million house. You should be living in a nice middle class house like this one.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Until you get your second contract.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are not doing that because they're fucking stupid. I'm sorry to say that. You're fucking stupid. Live within your means.
Yeah.
Just because you're in the NBA this year doesn't mean you're going to be in the NBA that year.
But if there's any sponsors out there that maybe want to give us a studio or any of that type of
Please,
stuff.
we would like a studio.
Yes, we would.
Yes. Preferably a driving range in my house because I do drink a lot. But
Shout out to all the breweries around as well.
Yeah.
look, it's not essential, and I understand what the NBA is doing. I mean, they got the bubble. The WNBA has the bubble, so it is safe, but they're not paying anybody but the players and the staff.
I got my own thoughts about that bubble too.
We'll get to that later. But it's not really essential. Actually,
And even the NFL, a lot of the stadiums have come out and said they're not having fans. And so you're just going to be playing in empty
no,
stadiums.
they're just getting their TV money. It's not essential. It's only essential for the man.
No, it's not essential. Period.
It's not,
They're too big to fail.
and that's what it is.
Yes.
The old too big to fail. The same thing that happened with the housing crisis. You know, people didn't.
With banks and Wall Street.
People were losing their houses and their finances, but the banks didn't lose it because they got the bailouts. And just right now, it's not a bailout, but it's allowing them to get money. They're actually getting bailed out in a sense.
Yep.
Yes. And now, first of all, I want to talk about this bubble. Actually, I understand it with NBA. They're getting tested, and everybody's in the same spot. I don't understand what the NFL and Major League Baseball is doing.
Yes, you do. money.
Yeah, that's
is
what I was about
money.
to say.
It is money. And actually, it's working out pretty good, except for the Florida Marlins, who 18 players caught the COVID because they went to a strip club in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
See, they should have just gone for the wings. It would have been fine.
Look, shout out to Lou Williams for he had a death in the family, so he went to a funeral in Atlanta. But while he was there, he decided to go to Magic City, one of the best-known strip clubs in the world, to get some wings.
Yeah.
He was hungry.
They got great wings.
But the wings are named after him.
Yeah.
It's a Lou Williams lemon pepper, and as a brother who loves lemon pepper, I'm going to drive to Atlanta.
Or Magic City, if you would like to send some to us.
Yeah. I would like some lemon pepper because I love lemon pepper. Wingstop lemon pepper, try that out.
Yeah.
We could go. I'll patronize their business.
Yeah, we could go.
Well,
We want to make sure they don't go out of business.
That's right.
We're gonna try. We're gonna do our part.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Lou Williams, and who's back and playing because he did his little quarantine and everything. But they're doing. I mean, in a bubble, you can do it that way. NFL, Major League Baseball,
It's too many people to bubble. You would have to bubble a city.
you have to bubble the city.
Yeah.
And not just any city.
No.
And baseball is a slight easier than NFL because there's only, actually doing like 30 some players on the team instead of 25.
Right.
But it's still staff and all that shit. But the NFL, I don't understand.
Somebody's going to get COVID in the NFL.
Oh yeah. So
Some already have.
The question is, how is it going to run through teams?
and they're going to start the season for sure. Is it going to end?
No, no, it won't
I think in the end, that's what I mean, though, how is the COVID...
Well, that's what I mean. Is it going to get completed?
Oh, I think it's going to be completed. That's what I'm saying. How's the COVID going to run through teams? Because, if it run through an NFL team and 10 people get COVID, they just going to keep the train moving. They're going to grab 10 people and keep it moving.
They'll keep it moving, but let's say,
But
I'm just throwing a random team. Let's say the Saints and Drew Brees and the brain fart, the running back and Michael Thomas.
Oh, Michael Thomas.
Let's say those
and
three guys
Kamara.
get it. Kamara. Let's say those three guys get it. No one's going to watch the Saints game.
No, but they'll still be playing. They'll just
Yeah,
throw
they'll
3
play.
other people in. But my point in that is, if those 3 are off the Saints are no longer Super Bowl contenders.
They're not, but people are still watching.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, I guess football is essential. Is that what we're saying?
$9 billion business.
It's now 10.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well be if Vince McMahon's WWE can be deemed essential.
It's really not. Actually, your job is more essential than
any of us.
Yeah.
Which is why I never stopped working.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird time, man.
Yes.
I mean, I get people need sports. I enjoy watching sports, but it's weird watching the NBA with these weird computer generated fans in the stands. It doesn't give me the same feel. I like crowd noise.
Yeah. And even they pumping it in, it still don't sound
I
right.
like real crowd noise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Spike Lee standing at the edge of the court.
Yeah, it's just if they were employing everybody that came with the stadium, I would say that it's essential.
No.
But it's not really. And right now, the MAC canceled their season.
Yeah.
Not that they were making a lot of money, but because it's the MAC. But
Well, there was a report that just came out today that the Big Ten.
they're thinking about it.
Well, the Big Ten right now they're in what they call Phase 2, where you can practice with helmets and stuff.
And they all came out with schedules,
And they said,
tentative schedules.
yeah, they said the Big Ten just announced today that here it is right here. The Big Ten announced today that they're not going into their Phase 3, which is full padded practices. They were supposed to go into that this week. They're not going.
Well, let's be honest about the Big Ten. Unless it's Michigan,
Ohio State.
Ohio State, and Penn State, nobody gives a fuck about the Big Ten.
And with no crowd, you can't have a whiteout, so who gives a fuck about Penn State now?
Roll clip. There's a lot of people that care about Penn State.
All the faculty, the students, the
I
parents.
mean, they haven't been relevant in a while.
There's a lot.
There's people
They got a huge fan base.
Yeah.
If you can't see the whiteout, are you going to watch a Penn State game?
Well, I only watch a Penn State game
when they playing
Ohio State or Michigan. That's the only time I watch Penn State game.
So,
And it's usually on ABC at 8 o'clock on a Saturday. If it comes on at noon on ESPN, I'm not watching it.
no.
But nobody really cares. If the SEC and the ACC, well, actually, not even the ACC.
No.
Clemson.
If Clemson and Florida State.
Yeah.
Even though Florida State has sucked in the past couple of years.
Good.
Yes, that's different. But if the SEC decides to not do it, then that's a big thing. Nobody cares about the MAC. Nobody really cares about the Big Ten.
Oh, and did you see the letter from the Pac-12 players? That's the other thing I wanted to tell y'all about.
Okay.
The Pac-12 players basically wrote a letter that they don't want to risk their lives, yada, yada.
Yeah, they had a list of demands.
Yeah, and they said NFL players are paid to go out and risk their lives. They're not. And that's a valid point.
You know, there was another conference too that did that followed suit. I can't remember which one it was.
So, because I don't think it's going anywhere. So
It's probably only going to get worse as it gets more the flu season.
So we waiting. So are all these conferences and people and everything? Is everybody waiting for a vaccine that I'm not going to take?
Well, we got flu vaccine.
Is that? Yeah.
Everybody takes flu shot.
No, I don't. And I don't get the flu either.
Are you?
How that works.
Yeah. So is that what's gonna? Because it's not going to. First of all, I own a tinfoil hat, just in case y'all don't know. So in my mind, there's only two things: whether this shit is real and the shit's coming with it, or it's manufactured and the shit's coming with it. But regardless, shit's coming with it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're talking about a lab flu anyway.
It's definitely a lab flu. It's for sure 100% a lab flu. Whether it escaped or was pushed, this shit's a lab flu. So it's not going anywhere because this was made to do what it does.
It's doing exactly what it was supposed to do.
Exactly what it was supposed to do. So it's not going anywhere. So is this what
this is the new norm?
So we're gonna be wearing masks forever?
Probably.
We're getting shots that I'm not getting. Is sports coming back?
So they're trying their damnedest to get
Yeah,
it.
Well, it's coming back, but even as I watch it, I don't like watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got the game on right now, and it just ain't the same.
I can't watch an NFL game with nobody in the crowd.
Well, you about to this season.
No, I'm not.
You've been watching NFL games with no crowd.
Well, that was half of last season.
We're Redskins.
Yeah, stop watching. Stop watching. All I want to see this year.
Washington football team fans.
Redskins.
All I want to see this year is Patriots, Bucks, the Chiefs, and the
Ravens.
Ravens and 49ers. That's all I want to see. So it's 5 teams.
So you're not going to watch the Washington football team?
No, I'm not. And if they do some damage and they let me know that they're, let's say in 5 games they're 3-2. If they're 3-2, I'll watch the 6th game.
You gotta watch opening week.
I don't have to do anything but pay taxes, and I don't have to do that. Yeah, actually, I only have to stay black and die. I don't have to pay taxes. Now, there's repercussions for it. But that's all they have to do. I will not watch these motherfuckers.
So, if they start letting, a few thousand fans in the stadium, would you go?
I didn't
Hold on.
I didn't go before COVID.
If you were given a ticket, would you go?
No, I'm gonna sell that ticket.
What about you? Would you go?
if I don't give it one,
I mean, just
it depends
if you had a ticket, you were one of the few that
So
was able to go.
you're saying
they
it's
did
safe?
if they did the social distancing.
Yeah,
like,
because some of the stadiums, they're saying they can fill them up to like 25% capacity or 50% capacity.
Me personally, I don't want to go to a stadium that's not full.
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's just for me. I like that experience of
You're not gonna know till you get there and get in.
Well, Jesus Christ, man. So they're giving me a ticket. Do I have to pay for parking?
God damn, just answer the question.
You're talking about the skins here. I'm not trying to put any more money in their pocket until they show me something.
You know, we're talking about a Tampa Bay New England game.
Okay, I'm going to that shit. I'm going to that shit. I'm seeing Cam versus Tom.
Yeah.
I'm going to that shit.
What if it was
Okay.
What if it was? What if it was Washington football team versus the Cowboys?
If you put Washington in it, I've already seen a Washington Cowboys game in person. I don't need to see another one.
Okay, I was just saying. This is, I would go to a Washington football team Cowboys game. I would go to a Washington football team Eagles game.
I've been to both, and they were both the worst experiences of my life. Therefore, I would not go back.
Yeah, well, you went.
Those were prime time games too.
You went to the
That was the problem.
Yeah, you went to the Monday Night Massacre.
Yeah, I
That's on you.
went to the Monday Night Massacre and the Cowboys Redskins game. I think I forget who the quarterback was at the time, but it was another bad. Oh, Mark Brunell.
Yeah.
So whenever that what time was,
Yeah.
no, yeah. But the fact of the matter is, sports is not essential. I know we went off the beaten path here.
I mean, and don't get us wrong, we love sports.
We love
and
sports.
there's something
That
we
shit is
don't
not
have
essential.
them.
You know what's essential? Supermarkets, hospitals, gas stations,
Pharmaceutical companies.
pharmaceutical companies.
And in America, baseball.
Gosh.
But to be honest, I think school is school essential.
Yeah, technically.
School's essential, but I don't think kids should be going.
I think.
Then is it essential?
You can do it virtually.
Well, I think the younger kids, even though it's still a risk, it's not as much a risk as older kids. But the fact is, so that's what I wanted to get to when we talked about this segment, which we totally went off the beaten path.
All right, get to it.
As we always do.
Go to it now.
The poor kids who can't go virtually?
Virtually, yeah.
Who can't go virtually school.
So they don't have the capability.
They're going to be left because school is going forward regardless. It's going to be virtually or in house. But a lot of it, except for New York City, who's going forward with the in school stuff. But a lot of kids who can't sit at home with cable or internet, they're going to be left behind.
Well, I like I don't give our county that we live in, I'm not going to say it, I don't give them a bunch of credit for a lot of stuff, but I will give them credit for any kid in the county that wants it or needs it. All he's got to do is let the school know, and they give them basically Wi-Fi.
So they give them like a hotspot?
Yeah, and they all get laptops anyway, and they give them Wi-Fi. If you don't have internet at home, they give them Wi-Fi.
That's all well and good, and we will give them credit for that. But if you don't live in the county,
Is everybody doing that?
That's
so in that way, there's going to be something left behind.
That's what I'm saying. All I know is this county because that's where my kids go.
Right.
But I agree with what y'all saying. I just was giving them
And
We'll give them some credit for that.
yeah.
personally, I think this is where my tinfoil hat comes into play. That whether this is planned or not, if it's not, as I've stated before, they've always said you don't let a good crisis go to waste. This is also a good way to to leave some people behind and to get rid of some people, so to speak.
Well, that was the whole point of the lab flu in the beginning.
There we go, Cliff. Thank you for joining the party. Yeah.
I mean, it's tough, man. Because did you see the pictures of those kids in Georgia in that hallway? Man, listen. I'm going to put it to you like this. If the kids wanted to go back to school and all that's fine. But when I saw them pictures, my kid would have never went back.
Me personally, like I said, I think this is one of two things. It's a plandemic, or
I like that.
It's a pandemic that they don't want to let the opportunity slip for shit to happen.
It was a pandemic.
It's definitely a pandemic.
So, alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you because you got a daughter.
I do.
That was the hallway. Georgia opened their schools publicly. That was the hallway.
Oh, that's COVID like a motherfucker right there.
Man. COVID high.
I can't see anybody's face. Do anybody got masks on?
Some of them do, some of them don't. But that was the hallway.
There's no teenager that's going to keep a mask on all day.
No. Like I said, that would have been my kid's first and last day when I seen that picture. And side note, they suspended the kid that took the picture.
Oh, for letting information out.
Priorities.
Yeah.
They suspended a journalist.
That was actually doing a good job.
Yeah.
Journalism. True journalism is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard for me to really speak on what I feel on this shit because I don't want to get canceled.
But yeah.
I like this job that I don't get paid for.
If anybody wants to be sponsors, though, we'll gladly.
But in my own head, I feel that this is just a good way to just sort of get rid of the middle class. This is what I think. There, and I could go into it.
Nah, you good. I was thinking more so get rid of the poor.
Well, no, the poor don't matter. That's why.
Okay.
The middle class is what drives, and if you get rid of the middle class, then you really consume the power. And so now what you have now is
now what you want to do is get the middle class on your side, or at least a good portion of them.
well, you do, but you either get the ones on your side, the ones you don't get on your side, you cut their shit
Get
too.
left, right.
Yeah,
Right.
because the middle class is really the power of this country.
Yes.
Nobody gives a fuck about the poor. They don't. I mean,
That's true.
it just is what it is. I call a spade as a spade.
That's true.
The middle class is what drives the country, and what they're trying to do now, in my opinion, is kill the middle class off. Because now, I don't know if you've ever seen Snowpiercer.
No, I haven't. I heard it was good.
You should watch that shit. It's exactly what's about to happen right now, except for the whole ice planet part of it. But that's what's about to happen now. And I told you first on this podcast. Remember, Art told you first. It's about to go down.
Well, I said that we're at the beginning of the Planet Apes. I think I sent y'all that text the other day.
Caesar, where's he at?
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
Yeah.
But this is the new norm. We can accept it and roll with it, or there's actually no other option. I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But
Watch sports in your house, and that's about the gist of it.
I try to watch sports. I did not. I watched some golf today. Tiger sucked it. Some Chinese dude who I've never seen at the top of a leaderboard in golf was phenomenal.
He said sit in your house and watch sports,
Yeah.
not golf.
Oh, my bad. Not activities.
That's right.
We went through this. Golf is a sport.
It's not a sport. Now maybe if you had a holy. See what I did there? yes. If you had a holy, yes, it would be a sport. Yes.
Golf is a sport.
No, at the very least a windmill. Blocking all 18 holes, at least a windmill. I will give you credit for that. But I actually want a holy. I want a nigga with there with pads and a glove, blocking all the shit that's going in the hole. Brooks Koepka, 17 feet from the cup. I want that shit swiped away by the holy.
And heckler. You gotta be quiet doing that shit.
Golf is not a sport.
We need a real live Happy Matters. I mean, Billy Matters. What's his name?
Yeah, you
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said 3 movies right there.
I did. Yes, you did. I did.
Billy Madison.
I did.
Yeah. But I think we stretched this one as far as we can go.
Yeah, this is about done.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back in a sec with some more Brews and Views.
The greatest music producer alive. Yeah.
No. You got work.
Another one.
Another one. Brush and circle, Devin. Put in that work, Devin. Never give up. Oh, shit. Alright, so we're back. Y'all motherfuckers is dumb. So I've switched beers to this Allagash organic golden ale from Portland, Maine, which not to be confused with Portland where they're rioting and locking niggas up left and right. All that shit going on.
Unmarked cars snatching people off the street.
No, this is Bernie Sanders country where they don't do that shit. Portland, Maine. So it does taste like a golden ale, like the golden beer. I don't know if y'all drink golden, but there's a lot of different goldens I drink. But this is actually organic, so I'm guessing there's no what in it? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought beer was already organic.
No, it's not. It's not. Anything that goes through a processing company.
Yeah, but it's got alcohol, so that's gonna kill anything in it anyway.
Theoretically.
But what in beer isn't organic?
Whatever. I don't know. I
mean, beer is
Maybe they're using tap water.
It's oats and barley and stuff.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, unfiltered water.
We'll get back to you on the difference between organic beer. We'll do research for the next segment or next show.
Whatever.
But I like it but I like golden ale. I've had plenty of golden ales.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, and it's going down good for
What's
me.
the percentage on it?
This one's only 5.5.
So that's the issue because I like the golden ones too. But they're never the strongest. You can find some,
Except for
golden monkey. Golden monkey, yeah.
Or if you go to Legend, I don't know if you've ever been to Legend. It's what they call the Manchester part of the city.
Right.
It's right across the river.
Wait a minute.
They've got a golden. Pretty good.
Okay.
So Legend Brew.
That's the same one they brew because I saw a bunch of them in the spot the other day.
Well, usually they don't sell it in the stores. They sell Legend Brown.
No, I saw they had a bunch of them.
Yeah, golden.
Yeah, I saw golden.
It's pretty good.
There was a bunch of them in there.
You should get it. And, well, good.
Nah, I was gonna say if any breweries out there or any people out there know of any golden ales that are more than 5%, email us.
Well, there are some, and it's at Legend Brewing Company. And I will tell you that anybody who's listening outside of Virginia or Richmond, Richmond, Virginia is the craft brewery.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
It's from what I hear, it's like one of the best places in the country for craft brew. So come here. If you come here, vacation here. I don't know why you would vacation here, but if you did, because I mean, there's nothing. They're taking down a monument, so you can't see those.
Well, Well, they go to Williamsburg. They go to Virginia Beach.
Well, that's Williamsburg, Virginia Beach, but Richmond, why would
You can go through the slave trail.
slave trail? That's still there.
Yeah, that's still there.
Belle Isle, you can walk across the catwalk,
Yeah.
go across the river, see some slave shit. I'm
If you're
sorry.
into that sort of thing.
Hey, if you're into that sort of thing, well, But right now, y'all haven't. Oh, Cliff changed his beer.
Yeah, drinking a lunch pale ale from the Maine Beer Company. It's in Freeport, Maine.
So we're sticking with the main thing.
Yeah, why not? You know, it seems to be working. It's India Pale Ale. It's what's it, about 7%? Excuse me, 7%. That was right.
7%? That's better than mine.
Yeah.
Actually, Maine, I thought only it was trees and white people, but apparently it's beer.
Who knew?
There's a few black people.
Hey, ain't no black people in Maine, except for on the basketball team who got a scholarship for Maine University.
And lobster fishermen.
And lobster fishermen. Niggas don't go up to Maine. Let's be honest. I'm not saying anything crazy.
They don't go past Boston.
Boston. That's Boston. Maybe Connecticut. I seen a couple niggas on scholarship in Connecticut. Oh shit. I'm sorry. This is Thursday. We're a little bit drunk, so I get a little free with my words, but it doesn't matter. So right now, we're
Turn the cup around.
going to talk about a little NFL, but first we're starting with the Washington football team.
There you go.
Not
The Redskins.
Yes. Formerly known as the Redskins. You have to say that.
I don't.
Well, regardless,
Till they have
Redskins or the Washington football team. Darius Geis, running back, third-year running back.
Yeah.
Basically, he hasn't played anything because he's played a few downs.
He played 5 games.
5 games. He just got released from the Washington football team
There you go.
for 3 or 4 domestic abuse charges.
Yes.
So apparently Darius Geis likes to stiff-arm linebackers and stiff-arm women off the field.
Body. Allegedly.
He stiff-arms guys on the field. He stiff-arms women off the field.
Allegedly.
And you can't do that shit.
Off the field.
Off the field.
Yeah, allegedly.
He was released on $10,000,
Something like that.
which is not a lot, but I mean, domestic abuse charges. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. But the crazy thing is there was charges from like March.
There's one from February, one from March, and one from June or April, something like that.
So it's a pattern. Either it's a pattern of him or it's a pattern of his crazy girl.
Well, it could be both.
It
I
could
don't
be
know.
both. You don't know.
They said he dropped in the draft to the 2nd round over character concerns, but they never
Oh, so
said
that goes back.
They never said.
They didn't say what it was, the character concerns. But regardless, in this day and era,
Yeah.
you cannot. If you get in an argument,
Leave.
Yeah.
Unless you're on camera.
You're risking. Yeah. But in this day and age, if you're standing to make hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, if there's a situation that pops up, you need to remove yourself from that situation.
Yeah, just leave.
And regardless if it was too quick or not, the Redskins had every right to do it not because this is one incident, because there was how many say 3 or 4?
They said there's 3.
February, March, and whatever the fuck.
And one of the reports I read today said that the Redskins had the football team had concerns over, his maturity and unspecified character issues for his 2 or 3 years there.
So they already had concerns. So there was something they saw.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I don't want to. My thing was, different regime. different time.
It's a different regime, but it's all. The main thing is it's a different time period. We're just getting past the name shit.
Yeah.
And you can't let this type of thing go. And I fully understand it.
Yeah.
Regardless of how talented he is, and this
I get it.
Day and age.
Yeah.
That shit has to go.
With everything else going on with the team, upper management had to make an example out of him, so to speak. Man, he had to go.
And to the Washington football team credit, they said they did their own little investigation and found. So
apparently they found enough to say we can't back you up on.
There was something there. He was Ray Rice in that shit.
Allegedly.
But
So,
but I mean, that's what I think we were talking earlier, Cliff, and that's what I said last year. The team formerly known as the Redskins had a safety.
Monte Nichols?
Yes. The girl overdosed in his bathroom. He wheeled her to the hospital on Wednesday and started the game on Sunday.
Yes, he did.
He dropped her off and fucking left.
But that's what I'm saying. And started the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that?
Well, there was no racist talk over the team at that time.
Look, I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying Monte Nichols did anything
That
wrong.
was totally wrong. Well,
what I'm saying is,
I see what you're saying.
whether or not he did anything wrong, and
He wasn't released for that.
he started the game. Not just wasn't released. He started Sunday.
It's a different time period now, man.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
a different era.
Yeah, and I tend to lean more with the football team in this situation.
Well, first of all, domestic abuse and ODing. Let's be honest. Everybody ODs.
Oh, something, yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to OD on this beer tonight. So, domestic abuse and OD. You cannot do that shit.
No.
One incident, we like to say allegedly, and wait for the evidence.
But there was 3 or 4.
There was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And one of them is strangulation.
Yeah.
And
like I said, y'all know, I tell my kids, I tell y'all, I give anybody benefit of the doubt if it's one charge. If somebody says you did this and you say I didn't, I give anybody the benefit of the doubt because there's usually somewhere in the middle. There's usually some misunderstanding or something in the middle. But when they said there was 3 different incidents, that's getting into a lot more charges. Unless she's,
well, there's always
We're proven yet.
that's what I was going to say. Unless
there's
she
always the road where it could be a
scam or
scorned woman
yeah.
that's just upset.
Yeah, I seen a thin line between love and hate.
No, that movie's real. But
Yeah.
we'll find out. And actually, they said they're releasing them. It seems like the way they worded it that if it turns out to be false,
They can always
they'll bring them back.
But
who, whatever.
when you already got Adrian Peterson, that just helps you make the decision.
How much is Adrian? Even though Adrian Peterson wants to be a mentor and all that shit, he says all that good stuff. How much is he smiling right now? He looks like a joker right now. Because all he has to contend with is Bryce Love, who
He's coming off an injury.
hasn't shown us anything, so we don't know what the fuck we was
And
expecting.
Peyton Barber.
Yeah. So, first of all, black man named Peyton. It's weird. This is weird.
But just on name recognition alone, who's going to cut Adrian Peterson for Peyton Barber?
No. Is there anyone you're going to take over Adrian Peterson?
No, we're gonna take Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
His old ass, because he's
can
still productive.
Run. Yeah, I was about to say he can still run.
Productive.
He can still run. He may not give you 2,000 yards anymore, but he can give you about 1,500.
But regardless, it really does. We talk this shit about the Redskins.
Yeah, the Washington football team.
Washington football.
You were
team.
right.
It doesn't really matter.
No.
There's like 5 teams that matter this upcoming season.
Unless they pull up 49ers.
Well, that's one of the teams.
Yeah, but before last year, the 49ers were 3-13 and
Well, here's the five. Well,
showed out.
let me say the 5 teams.
Well, that's every year though. It's only like you said, 4 or 5 teams that's really contending.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's more than the NBA that we're watching right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let me. I want to say there's 5 teams, and then I want to give you one sleeper. So, 49ers,
Mm-hmm.
Patriots.
Mhm.
Patriots all. As long as Bill Belichick's there,
Well, hold on. I don't know because they had so many opt-outs. That's my only caveat right now.
I do. I understand what you said. If it was any other team,
yeah.
it's something about Bill Belichick. I don't know what the fuck it is.
He's taking for Trevor.
Yeah, but so
He's stealing signals and
however you get it done, he's getting it done. He's getting it done. But I will say, so there's still limit. So what would I say? 49ers,
yeah.
Patriots, Bucks.
Okay.
Always the Eagles is always just
Huh?
no. I fuck something about Doug Peterson, even though he you just don't know. It's as far as the East, best team in the East.
Yeah, I agree.
Eagles.
Well, I'll give you that.
Is that 4?
Yeah.
And Seahawks, because
Mm-hmm.
to me,
Who's your sleeper?
Packers, because
How the hell did you leave out the Saints?
they're done.
Uh,
That's my opinion.
That's
my opinion.
That's right.
we'll get yours.
That's my opinion. But
That's right.
the only reason I say the Packers is because
Pissed off Aaron Rodgers.
pissed off Aaron Rodgers. And I've heard his interviews. That motherfucker's pissed off.
He's pissed.
He's pissed. But I always say the Seahawks because, in my opinion, even though
Solid team.
what's his name, Patrick Mahomes got the contract and all that shit, Russell Wilson is the best fucking quarterback in the league to me.
I feel you.
As I love Patrick. I love watching Patrick. What's his name? Mahomes.
My homies.
And the guy in Baltimore,
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. Russell Wilson is the best football player in the league to me because he makes shit happen, and he's always there. I think was it 1 year he missed the playoffs?
Yeah.
1 year. I fucking love Russell Wilson. I'm not a homer because he's from
I didn't
Richmond.
know if it was one that he missed. Did he?
I think
He
1
did
year.
miss 1 year.
Yeah, but he was like 9-7
Yeah.
and missed the playoffs. But Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in the league to me, even though he doesn't get the contract that Mahomes
He does because he's the highest paid per year right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gets his love.
But Russell Wilson's my dude.
Yeah.
But I love Patrick Mahomes, and I love what's his name in Baltimore. But those are my 5 teams.
Who's your sleeper?
You said Packers because Aaron Rodgers is pissed off.
Yeah.
He could prove me wrong, but that motherfucker is I heard that interview with him. That motherfucker was pissed off, but he didn't sound. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot
He
of.
said everything right in the interview. But
Yes, he did. He's pissed off, and I get him.
Yeah.
I fucking get it.
I was about to say, if you know anything about giving interviews, he said everything right. He took an interview class 101. He said everything right, but he was pissed.
I mean, he's 36.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
One game away from the Super Bowl last year.
one game? And this now I didn't watch too many. Was it Nevada or what? Utah State?
Utah State.
I haven't watched too many Utah State games. But do you go to the first round to get this dude unless you personally have a conflict with your quarterback? It's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I don't know.
It's Aaron Rodgers who, if for most of his career, if he had a better running back or one other receiver
Or better defense.
or a better defense, would have at least been in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say he would have won it, but he'd have been in multiple Super Bowls.
I said he would have more than one Super Bowl victory.
Right.
I say it for you.
Yeah.
So he has the right to be pissed,
They failed him.
and so that's my sleeper, just because he's pissed off. I don't know the rest of the team. I don't know who they got, but I just for that reason, that's my sleeper team. But I'm always gonna roll with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks until Tom Brady proves me wrong.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be this year that he proves you wrong.
Well, I personally want to see Cam versus Tom.
I think Cam gets.
I'm a Skins fan.
Cam doesn't get the credit he deserves.
I'm a Washington football team fan.
No, you're not. You're a Skins fan.
No, shut up.
You don't fuck with the football.
I want to see Cam versus Tom.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's a storyline that's made for TV right there. I mean,
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's excellent.
Yes, it is.
I think that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah. I'm with you on a couple of them, but I would add in the Chiefs and Baltimore.
They're gonna have a lot to say about that.
Well, as far as
Your regular teams and
yeah.
yeah. I would add in the Chiefs and Baltimore.
I'm saying just the Chiefs and the. I say it's gonna come down to the Chiefs and Ravens because the reality is I don't see any other team beating both of them.
Right.
Well, first of all, I don't think John Harbaugh and Andy Reid get as much respect as McVay and San Francisco Shanahan.
Well, Shanahan gets it because of his name.
But he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
He had us looking pretty good.
That's in the playoffs.
Yeah. He's good.
But I don't think John Harbaugh gets enough credit.
No, John Harbaugh and Andy Reid. Andy Reid
he might be. I mean, he might be Bill Belichick number 2.
Andy Reid just needed that Super Bowl win last year.
Yeah.
That was
Well, had he been to the Super Bowl with anybody other than Donovan McNabb, he might have won that shit.
Shit. If he wasn't playing the Patriots that year when they had T.O., they probably would have won that shit.
Yeah. Andy Reid's that dude.
Yeah.
He's that dude.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
We don't have a problem with him now that he's out of the NFC.
No.
Well, I actually respected him even when he was in it.
I
hated his guts.
Hey man,
I kind of liked Andy Reid.
This gonna be kind of a controversial statement.
Come with it.
As far as sleeper team.
Bills.
No. Although I like the Bills.
Bills is yeah.
I'm gonna say this. The Washington football team is a sleeper team.
Oh my god.
And I toyed with that for a second, thinking because I was a homer, because I like to, but everything in me of football says if you can run the football and play good defense, you're a good football team.
This is true.
And in terms of being a sleeper,
and that is all they can do.
in terms of being a sleeper, all you have to do is produce more than what people expect. And there are no expectations.
You're even saying this without seeing Bryce Love run and without Darius Geis.
Which
Adrian Peterson.
Oh, I get it.
I've seen Adrian Peterson, and I'll say this: if Dwayne Haskins has a decent year, they will be at least 10-6. If he has a good year, they might be 11-5.
It's hard. For me, it's hard to, with a new system. It's why because the Cowboys are way more talented than the Redskins.
Yes,
but they have a new system. Therefore, I don't put them that's why I put the Eagles in the head because it's the same system, same group of players. But the Cowboys, as far as talent, is way more talented than the Redskins. But both of them, I don't know who the fuck's gonna to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just looking at. I'm sitting here thinking about it when we was talking about sleeper team, and we was talking about the Geis situation, and this was playing in the back of my head. I said the Redskins' defensive line, arguably, might be the best defensive line in the league.
Pretty fucking phenomenal.
It's going to be up there.
All right,
pretty fucking phenomenal.
Now,
which controls a lot of shit.
That's what I was going to say.
And with your head coach being a defensive guy.
Yes, and you got Jack Del Rio also, and you have arguably the best strong safety in the league. Strong safety, not free safety. Because as a strong safety, he's very, very good.
Just say box safety.
Box safety.
Yeah.
And what's the white dude that played linebacker? Somebody give me his name. There you go. He was very good last year in a shitty system. And if you throw him in, and from everything I hear, Reuben Foster is in.
He's proven some shit.
Right. Now, if you get those two linebackers with that defensive line,
Defensive line rotation is fucking
And
phenomenal.
all you did was add the best player in college.
Right.
The defensive line rotation is phenomenal.
And if you can play defense, and the best thing that you can do to defeat the Cowboys is stop Ezekiel Elliott. Well, if you have a front seven like the Redskins have,
Potentially.
or the Washington football team, you can stop.
Who's that cup saying? This shit.
And that's the only thing that I'm worried about is with the Jason Garrett regime. I do say that, but I don't know what the fuck Mike McCarthy is going to throw.
I don't give a shit. He got Dak Prescott.
He underperformed with Aaron Rodgers.
I don't give a shit. He got Dak Prescott.
So that's another conversation.
That's why his ass was available.
Because he
underachieved.
That's
Aaron
actually
Rodgers.
you got around to where another one I wanted to go was Dak Prescott holding out for. Yeah, Luca. Is he worth getting what he was holding out for?
No.
It's not so much was he worth it, but it's his time to get paid, and he had leverage.
Well, see, that's the thing I hate about quarterback payments is it's
Next
all
up,
about
gonna get
the
more
next
money.
up,
Right.
regardless if he's worth it or not.
Yeah.
And he's not really worth it.
No.
And that's why they haven't paid him.
Yeah, you right. But that's what I mean when I sat here and thought about it. I said the sleeper team. I said the Redskins are a sleeper, and
They are a sleeper.
Because nobody
I just got
shit from him.
I've got another sleeper above them, is what I'm
I
saying.
feel you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
and they, according to Urban Meyer and a couple other people that know Dwayne Haskins pretty well, they said he plays better, and when he's pissed off and feels like you challenged him, and he's very pissed off right now.
Well, the fact that he's pissed off and he also actually did the work to lose weight and all that shit.
Right, but they said that's part of it. They said when he gets pissed and he feels challenged, that's when he's his best.
And as long as he got McLaurin healthy,
McLaurin's fucking nice.
but that's the combination or the familiarity
Yep.
that he has. That's a good thing.
And that's why I said they could do some damage.
So you got that, and you also have Peterson, who's like, oh shit, now I'm here. Now I got the chance. I'm only splitting time with one dude.
All right.
Who's still, the one dude isn't even showing anything. We don't know what the fuck Bryce Love can do.
No.
We don't know. This is still AP's team.
That's what I was about to say. Back up Adrian Peterson. That's what he's gonna
That's
do.
what he's going to fucking do.
That's it.
He's going to be the new Chris Peterson.
Yeah.
Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson. Back up Adrian Peterson. That's what he's gonna do.
That's what we're going to do. So,
Watch Adrian Peterson run. That's what that was my sleeper.
it's a good sleeper. But you actually are always more optimistic than I am.
Well, I still have my pessimistic side that's like, yes, all that is true, but they'll still find some way to blow it because I've been watching them forever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So there you go.
Cliff, you got a sleeper team?
Now, as far as the NFC, I'm going with what Justin said with the Skins.
Football team.
I said what I said. But again,
You
man,
racist motherfucker. He's wearing Decepticon shirt, so whatever, more respect. But go ahead.
But,
Party foul.
But I mean,
Right
for
on
different
the
reasons though. I mean, just like you said, the expectation. Nobody expected shit from them, and rightfully so.
Who's that?
From the Skins.
Oh,
No,
no.
absolutely no expectation.
The towel.
And I think everything they've done has set them up to at least do well
Right.
Or do better.
or do better.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah.
So as far as NFC, they're the sleeper. In terms of, like you said, the ones that we think are going to be there. You said the Seahawks.
Seahawks,
The
49ers, Packers.
I think the Packers. I know you didn't say them.
Who's the
Saints? I don't say the
Saints.
Saints.
Well, there's nobody. Who else is in the South? NFC.
The Falcons.
Bucks.
The Bucks.
Yeah.
But I think you got to throw another team in there because, like you said, they've added another team to each conference for the playoffs.
That's the Skins.
No, I know you know. Right now, I think that's Tampa Bay.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel that they're winning the division. I feel they're winning the division over the Saints.
Who?
Yes.
We got it on film because we had to come back here in December.
Yeah.
Art said it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Saints. The Bucks are winning the division.
The Bucks are winning the NFC South according to Art.
That's what he said?
Yes, I said it. I have no idea if it's true or not. But
that's what I don't know either.
Yeah, but
and I'm not saying
I don't know, fucking something about Gronk, not just Tom Brady, but Gronk.
Who said
And they just sound another. Oh, they sound Shady McCoy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got a lot of names.
But it's mostly because of Bruce Arians and what's his Brian Leftwich.
Yeah.
That's really what it was about to me.
That's fair. I mean, I'll simplify more than that. They were like 7-9 or 8-8 last year.
Yeah, close.
That was with Jameis throwing 30 picks.
30.
Tom Brady's not the 33, I think. Tom Brady's not going to throw that many.
He's not.
No.
Which is not going to put the defense in those bad situations, which will result in a few more wins.
Right.
By default.
All it takes is one more win.
That's it.
Because they were there.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. They're the other team in the playoffs.
And the Saints give you the same thing every year, at least for the past few years.
But it's so good.
It's so good. But I think it was less without Ingram last year.
Maybe.
Even though I love me some Kamara and his bull ring that he's got going on his nose, which I don't like to see anybody have, but
especially not a dude. But
yeah, but it worked for him. Yeah, he's good. But this Drew Brees is possibly last year.
Right.
Who? Michael Thomas, best wide receiver in the league.
He's up there.
He's up there because you got Julio and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes, you do.
Drops the least amount of passes in the league.
That's true, but
That motherfucker catches everything.
Who's that?
Michael Thomas.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
true.
least amount of drops. That's a statistical
The
fact.
stat we had. Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles in his career than drops.
Yeah.
Who they have another? They got another.
They got DeAndre
Hopkins.
They're not beating the 49ers. At least
No, they
ain't
with the 49ers.
they're not beating them.
No.
No.
If they was in the East, they might win.
But they will be fun to watch.
They will be fun to watch. If they was in the East, they would win that shit hands down.
Oh yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
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 But anyway,
So football.
yeah.
If it makes the whole season, we have a lot to look forward to.
Yes, we
That's
do.
a big if.
I personally don't think it's going to last the whole season.
I will enjoy it while it's here.
I think it's going to make
You
it.
think it'll make it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Maybe. I mean, there's no LeBron in the NFL, so you never know.
What are you talking about? LeBron is no.
That's why they're playing this. That's why they're finishing this season.
Yeah.
It's for LeBron.
So,
Yeah. So all right.
yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, share. We might be back with another segment. I think I got something I want to talk about.
I don't know.
No. Where'd you up?
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We'll
We'll
see.
be back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, this is Art from Brews and Views Podcast. Hit us up with a topic if you would like us to discuss. We will discuss it on air, maybe live in some format. But hit us up at Brews and Views Pod at yahoo.com, and we will discuss and talk about anything you would like. Peace.
Yo, it's your boy Big Cliff from the Brews and Views Pod. Hit us up on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. We'd love to hear from you.
Yo, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, appreciate it. And peace.